Chapter 8. Comeuppance. Ears still ringing, Gran picked herself up off the ground. Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life, was gone. Traded for this jagged hole in a wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rollo. With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side, she stepped through. It was a strange feeling. The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing. She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her last chance at vengeance for things lost was truly gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
Gran, what are you doing here? Luca, what are you doing here? We're here to save Nellie. We're here to save Rollo.
Hey, Miss Lucas, Gran. That's awful nice of you, but I'm fine.
Oh no, what did they... Gran, there's no time to explain. We have to go now. Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash.
They made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest, just as Solomon finished up his speech. Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
We gotta stop
In
him.
one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
No,
I guess that's it. We lost.
who would be so sure about that?
With a mischievous look, Beck elbowed Luca. Remember when I had the vial behind my back?
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little... junk.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little junk.
And we just did the look on his face when he realized he drank his own cigar ash. How's his ashes get into the vial? Pretty easy to mess with a vial when it was behind my back. Oh, that's sneaky. Well, it's a bad habit anyways.
Always said bad habits are like 50-yard field goals.
Huh.
Hard to kick.
You can all call me Sharper
His
Valentine.
body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching green mist.
Well, that's one way to kick a bad habit.
As the last of what was once Sharper Valentine wafted into the air, the crowd began to disperse, still numb from what they had just observed. Sharper Valentine was gone for good. His end would be a new beginning for Beacon Pines, a new chance to let go of the things they had lost and grab hold of a new future. The end. Well, I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a bit gratifying. If that feels to you like a good note to end on, I won't stand in your way. I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little change.
Like pocket change? Or unlucky penny? Yeah, I plopped it in the vial when no one was looking. What's that gonna do? No idea. That's the beauty of science. Now we observe.
His body and
Holy crap, he's a baby. Yeah, but he's still Sharper, right? What he was no longer matters. Is an innocent child. I apologize for all the harm my father has caused
Eris
you.
awkwardly awkwardly cradled the squirming child. She looked to her brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty.
August, what do we... We do what Valentines always do. What we must do. I'll hurry home and prepare a crib for young Sharper. That'd be great help, thank
She
you.
looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness and terror in her eyes. With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a stern scowl.
Okay, everyone, the show is over. You may leave now.
Epilogue. Becon Pines' coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare. Folks shared what they had, and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the falling leaves of autumn. After everything Luca, Rollo, and Beck had been through, middle school was bearable. The chill of winter didn't seem to bother people much. They kindled a hope for a better future in their hearts. When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops with a sense of joy and optimism. And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly spread through the shallow valley. It crept over the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, and came to rest on a young boy sleeping at dawn, his mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
No, I gotta know what the other one is before we do the epilogue.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little malice.
Malice, the whiskey from his office? Yep, dude had an unfinished glass on his desk. Figured this grow juice could use a little hair of the dog.
His body and face began to contort and expand.
That's what they call 80 proof whiskey. Damn, dude.
The crowd gazed in stunned silence at the now empty stage. The quiet was broken when William Kerr sprinted off stage and into the distance. He was never seen around Becon Pines, or anywhere else for that matter, again. Watching the silhouette of Kerr disappear over the horizon, Luca began first a low chuckle that became uncontrolled, heaving laughter. Through his tears, he was vaguely aware that the crowd had begun to laugh with him. The end. That was unexpected. Perhaps a bit of an absurd ending for my taste, but I'm only writing the damn thing. Epilogue. Becon folks shared the news after the chill
I
of
didn't
the
see what
camp in
that,
spring. And his mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason. Over time, Eleanor began moving Walt's old things out of the closet and into storage. Eleanor had moved back into her bedroom, and now that she wasn't sneaking out late, she even slept there most nights.
I'm ready to go now. Go on without me, I'll meet you there. Got a bunch of jam to finish jarring. It's funny.
I started making jam as a way to send messages without anyone noticing. And now I enjoy it. Alright, I'll go say hi to Rollo first. There, move the grave. But you and Rollo have big plans for that little treehouse. Yeah, it started getting crowded after we revoked the max capacity 1 Rollo 1 Luca rule. So we decided to expand. But we at least got some help with that. How's the internship at Nellie's in the illness shop going? It's going great. Hoping it gets me into the School of Agriculture set up at the state. Also, Nellie said she'd write a letter of recommendation, which would be huge. Can't help but worry about leaving Rollo. He's growing up so fast, but he's still my little brother. Yeah, he's had a heck of a growth spurt. I don't just mean grown, literally. This morning he woke up and finished his chores before I even had breakfast. Well, some of that might be his excitement about the treehouse renovations. Don't tell him this because it'll go to his head, but I'm really proud of that little punk. I'm sure he feels the same way. He's just too dang proud to tell you. I know. How's tree planting going? Couldn't be better. So grateful to Iona and Nellie for letting me help. I just wasn't built to be a mayor. Too much bureaucracy. Yes, we finished cleaning up the sidewalks. What's next?
Perennial harvest collapsed. Most of the clipboards skipped town. But some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right.
Anyone with the knack of art can help paint the new offices. You can count on us. It looks like you really found your calling. I never really feel comfortable telling people what to do. Now this right here, this is something I can be proud of. So you decided on a name? Yep. We had to clear out all the old stuff before putting on the final touches. Slow and Dirty Harvest is now official. I like it. It was actually Nellie's idea. There's still a lot of work to do, and the name serves as a reminder. Just because progress is important doesn't mean change should happen fast. In fact, I've learned the more you care about something, the more important it is to take things slow. Our motto is, go slow and fix things. Amen to that. Okay, get this. I managed to reel in an actual fish in the morning. Yeah, and honest to goodness. Flip-flopping, swim-swamming fish. I don't think I've ever actually caught a fish here. It's been at least 7 years since I caught one. I think it's a good omen. What'd you do with the fish? I released it back into the pond. Hoping to catch it again tomorrow. A little higher. Yup. A little lower. Yup. A little higher. Yup. I'm telling you, the angle isn't the issue. We need more power to the radio. Luca, there you are. Would you tell him it's not the angle? Hey, I'm not in charge of antenna redesign. Fine, fine. Iggy, just don't do anything drastic until we get back. Who, me? Tish, you're in charge while I'm gone. Yep. It'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. You really want Mission Control to turn to something bigger and better? You have to loosen our grip a bit. You're right. Lead the way. Young Miss Van Horn. How's little Sharper doing? Young Sharper seems to enjoy nature more than I. We have a lot of strolling these days. Has he, attempted to crawl out of his crib and plot world domination? Yeah. Thankfully, no. I spoke at length with Dr. Modewood, and she feels that Sharper's infant mind was not developed enough to retain his previous memories. For all intents and purposes, the child is unmolded clay. Let's hope he's a little nicer the second time around. That is the objective, yes. But rarely all I can do is try and hope. 2 activities I'm endeavoring to find less distasteful. Well, I think you're doing a great job, and the whole town is ready to help out however we can. Can't wait to teach him how to throw a baseball.
Eris did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes.
That would be acceptable. Luca, do you want a biscuit? I don't really have time. Zariel, you gotta come see this. I finally did it. I pulled the perfect espresso. Ah, Lumi. If I didn't know better, I would think you're proud of something. As if I know... It's too late. You are now officially a person that cares.
Closing her eyes, Miss Hatch took a deep, relaxing breath.
Hello, Luca. How are you? Really good, actually. That's wonderful. Did I miss anything? I think you're pretty much up to speed. Wow, back for seconds? It's not too much trouble. For the longest time, I didn't understand the appeal of ice cream. It serves no purpose. Other to be briefly enjoyed and then it's gone. But it's pretty tasty while it lasts. I'm inclined to agree. Hey Luca, can you tell Roxy I'll be free in an hour? Sure thing. My dad's making me stock the shelves for summer. He said it builds character. I think he meant to say it builds calluses. Builds character. Yeah, it builds something alright. Look, you're getting interest you in a delicious apple.
He playfully waggled an apple.
No thanks, just saying hello. Mind telling your mom we need a new crate of jam? Already? It's funny, I used to hide the stuff in the back. Terrified that someone would find out about her secret messages. Now everyone wants to get their hands on Eleanor Van Horn's famous spy jam. Gonna behave? Hi. What's today's news that needs knowing? I'll give you tomorrow's headline today. Our old friend Patrick C. Montesquieu, aka William Kerr, just performed a stringed rendition of the Iceman Cometh at the State Correctional Facility. I hear there wasn't a dry eye in the house. I guess he has plenty of time to work on his craft. Yeah, work on his craft. Yawn. I'm glad you swung by. More follow-up questions for your story? Nope, I got everything I need. Thanks again for that. I sent the draft of the story to the reporter in Capital City, and they offered me an internship. Of course they did. You're an amazing reporter. I don't know about all that. The story about a phony corporation? What? That picked apart an entire town of people and moved them over to cover up a massive illegal mine shaft full of incredibly hazard chemical? Sort of writes itself if you think about it. Don't forget about us when you become a fancy big city reporter. Capital City isn't that far away. I'm just gonna have to come back from time to time to check in. And see what sort of new trouble you've gotten yourself into. Sorry to disappoint, but my adventuring days are over. Ha, we both know that's not true. What makes you say that? Call it a reporter's intuition.
Luca squinted at the faded memories of that.
Alright, let's do everybody else's order. There we go. Not terribly hungry. Something snack-sized. Okay. Ugh. Ugh. I call it the novella. Lovely. What are you screaming about now? It's just in. Last Chance Diner overrun by gremlins. Rev, what are you doing? Hi, Gremlin. I'm Luca.
Mr. Wilder adjusted his monocle jokingly.
I stand corrected. In that case...
The fuck? How'd you get it twice?
Would you believe I have a craving for a burger? You've come to the right place.
Nice, juicy burger topped with onion. You did it? Succulent. I'm not gonna let you throw my controller. No, you don't get to throw it. You want Elmo? Hi, Elmo. Hey, Elmo. Say hi. Say hi. What do you got to say for yourself? Huh? Self. You need, yeah, you're Elmo. Oh. There you go. I call it a Wilder. Call it. I know I love a good byline. Call it anything. Of a good. A Wilder. Well, listen well, child. I'm only gonna say this once. Recall well done burger. I say well done, I mean it. Well done, no problem. This is done. For you aren't grasping my request. Grab. Let the burger charred beyond recognition. I want it bitter and black. I want burger coming up. And top it with the most expensive thing you have. Top it with most. Yeah, you're gonna stay up all day. They present the row you burn. I can hardly believe it. You've done well. Mwah. 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 Why are you screaming for? It's because you're tired. Yes, you are tired. I can tell. Look how you're acting. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yeah, you are tired. Oh. Mom's in the bathroom. You are tired. Ow.
It isn't little Luca. Hey, Uncle Nudcreek. How come you haven't been around the house lately? Well, Dad and I had a little disagreement is all. How's he doing? Has he mentioned me? Not really. He's been busy lately. Sometimes he doesn't come home from work until before bedtime. Is that so? Well, tell him I'm thinking of him. You seem sad. Nonsense. We're gonna get for your lunch. Fact of the matter is, I don't have much of an appetite right now. But Uncle Nudcreek, you gotta eat. I'll make you something special. That'll cheer you up. Alright, Luca. It seems I can't muster much of an appetite. Hang on. Make something to cheer you up. Oh. I call it a cheers looking at you, kid. One burger with a side of good vibes. Oh, Luca, you
Mr.
sweet boy.
Nutcreek reached down and patted Luca's shoulder with an enormous hand.
Got a lot of your daddy in you, don't you? Guess so. So long now. I'll do my best to clean my plate. I have a coupon here for one free burger. What'll it be? I have a lot of mouths to feed, so give me the biggest burger you have. You must eat a lot, huh? You have no idea. I'm gonna throw some lettuce on top, too. I can't reach him. I call it too much is never enough. That should keep them at bay. Thank you. Good afternoon. Sorry, these allergies have been killing me. I'm unable to smell a thing lately. Almost sold Miss Hatch a gallon of spoiled milk this morning. Got anything to help clear these darn sinuses? Whatever it takes, I just want to be able to smell again. Okay, if you say so. I call this one a cod for the common cold. Oh my, that's spicy and stinky. Sorry, I'll try again. No, don't you see what this means? I can smell again. Looks like your father isn't the only doctor in the family. Alright, looks like we've got everything we need. Let's get to feeding these folks. Oh, I already fed everyone. You made all the food yourself? What on earth did you put on the burgers? I just used what was lying around. Oh dear, that can't be good. Thanks again, Luca. Best burger I ever ate. Surprisingly competent. Everyone seems happy. You really are a remarkable boy, aren't you?
Mrs. Fratelli glowed with a carefree smile.
Is that your suitcase? That is 2 weeks of unencumbered tranquility. Excuse me, would you be so kind as to take my order? 2 weeks of Sam Margarita and forgotten obligations. Excuse me, I'd love to place an
Mrs.
order.
Fratelli sighed with a zen-like calm.
Just as soon as the lunch rush ends. I'll be a feather on the wind. You going on vacation? For the first time in years. I've got you and your mom to thank. Why is that? She didn't tell you yet? You two are gonna fill in for me at the diner while I'm gone. Just like old times. It's fine, I'll wait.
Over the school year, Kato and Bert had become close friends.
Did you know that when they covered the source, they found a new source of species of fungus? Yep, and they are studying it in the new labs. Did you know that Comeuppance is now the smallest town in the country? Yep, close to the population before Perennial Harvest moved in.
It typically went on like this for quite some time.
Can't believe it's over. Yeah, the town's really starting to turn a new leaf. The town? I was talking about Hank Atomic. Just finished the last issue.
How was it? As great as always. Hank finally returned to Earth. I just feel weird now. Weird can be cool. Just means you're ready for something new. Any suggestions? You could ask Miss Hodge what she's always reading. She seems to really enjoy it. Maybe I'll do that.
Luca peeked over Piper's shoulder. Laid stealthily inside a large volume of mathematics was the first issue of Hank Atomic.
Pepper, are you reading Hank Atomic? Do you mind not telling anyone? I've kind of got a reputation to uphold. Oh, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Just about every kid in town reads Hank Atomic. Honestly, I'm excited for you. What I give to start over fresh. To experience it again for the first time. Guess that's the downside of finishing something nice. At least now I can enjoy it again through you. Promise to tell me about it as you go. Sure thing. Hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I'm gonna go see my dad in a bit. Do you want to come with? Even after everything I did, you'd still...
Mr. Nuncreed shook his head.
You really are your father's son, aren't you? I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Well, you're always invited. I bet he'd love to hear from you. I'll visit Walt my own time. You run along now.
With perennial harvest gone, the transportation tubes were left unused.
Come on, come on. No one's too big, no one is too small. For Jeff's wild ride.
Maybe not completely unused.
Just one piece of candy for the ride of your life. Who's next? Guess what? Yesterday I saw... Yeah. And that's good. It's great. Haven't spotted one of those in years. At this rate, Comeuppance is going to become the bug capital of the country. Oh, the can's gone.
Luca peeked up at the beehive. It appeared to be deserted.
Oh, that's strange. I have news I think you'll enjoy. This morning I unpacked my last box. You're officially moved in? Just a box. Let's not blow this out of proportion. Sounds awfully like an awful lot like putting down roots. I guess decided this place is root worthy. You're gonna be stuck with me for the foreseeable future. I do have to warn you, most years aren't gonna be as interesting as this one. I think I'll manage. Ready? Before we go, there's a bit of a surprise. I almost prepared this tree especially for you. I didn't have to do that. It wasn't just them. There's the whole town pitched in. We all owe you one. You should do okay in the cold of old Becon Pines, and thrive as things warm up. That's perfect. Ah, you got it. Now that's a good looking tree. Being a special occasion and whatnot, the ride's on the house. gonna want to hang tight to that little tree.
I think this is it. The end I've been waiting for. Honestly, I'd begun to lose hope of ever finding it. But then you came along. I don't know exactly how to thank you. It's hard to explain how much this means to me. It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending. I'm at a loss for words. Let's just watch the end together.
Done. Good little tree. The bestest little tree. Thank you, children. This means a lot. Yeah, thanks for everything.
Chucks, I only did what any super awesome best buddy would have done. You probably should... we should probably give you some time alone now. You good?
Yeah, I am. Been a wild year. How are you feeling?
Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm fine, really. I always said the only thing fitter than a fiddle is a cello. And I feel like a dang cello.
Well, if you ever stop feeling like a cello, I'm here for you.
I know. You don't even have to say it.
You two make an awesome pair.
Excuse me? We're a trio now.
Yep. Thanks. There's just one thing missing now that you're a part of our group. Missing?
Let me tell you a little story about a man named Hank Atomic.
Oh, God. I won't be long.
I'm waiting for you back at the phone booth. I found the perfect way to start our summer.
You had some good friends. I'm so proud of you. Your father would be so proud. I know. Mom, can I ask you a question? Do you ever dream about Dad? And a night goes by that I don't. You ever afraid that you're gonna forget him? Forget what he looked like? Forget his voice? No, because so much of him lives on in you. I love that old tree. I know you would have loved this one more. Because his two favorite people planted it. I'll give you two a moment. Hey, Dad. Dr. Modewell says that over the next few years this place should warm up. So you won't have to be so cold for... You want to be so cold for much longer. I think I finally understood why you left that night. There were things you believed in. Big things. Those beliefs were the things that made you. You. You wouldn't have stood up to Sharper? Stood up for what you believed in. You wouldn't have been the same person anymore. You had to go. But that didn't mean you loved us any less. I might not visit you as much as I used to. I know you understand.